At the beginning of the story, a woman saw a scary thing. A strange, deadly virus had spread on Earth. Once infected, a person's body gradually starts becoming hard as a stone. All the people used to turn into marble according to their color, but when the whole body became of stone, then this stone also broke, and all that was left was dust and dirt. Connie's conversation takes place in an apartment where some teenagers were partying. Amidst all this fun, a man took out a tattoo machine from the drawer and then made a strange symbol on the hand of a drunk girl, due to alcohol. This girl named Alpha felt the tattoo needle, but she did not react much. By the evening, she reached home a little tired. Alpha's mother, who noticed that her daughter was smelling of alcohol, became very angry. He took Alpha to the bathroom and started bathing him with hot water. When he took off Alpha's coat, he saw the tattoo. His mother started asking where did he go and why did he get this tattoo done. At this, Alpha was shocked and said that she did not know. Hearing this, his mother became very angry, but behind this anger was actually fear. His mother worked as a nurse and she had a real fear of petrification virus. No one knows where this virus came from and how it spread. And the worst thing is that this virus can remain inside the body for a very long time without doing anything. When humans came to know about this virus, it had already spread all over the world. Almost half the world had been infected with this virus. Alpha's mother was afraid that a dirty needle might have been used to make this tattoo. She quickly disinfected the area using alcohol and said to come to the hospital tomorrow to get a tetanus shot. In the evening, Alpha heard Mother growling angrily. He thought Ma might be talking about him, after which he got angry and came to his room, looking at the building in front. An idea came to his mind. She put on her shoes and her coat, picked up her backpack and prepared to run away, but as soon as she stepped on the balcony, the building started shaking due to the strong storm. Despite the danger, Alpha came out. Hearing her daughter's scream, Mother ran to the bathroom. Alpha was somehow hanging on to save her life. Suddenly the building started shaking and the storm subsided. After which Mother saved her daughter and took her inside. Seeing her mother very sad, Alpha hugged her and started saying sorry again and again. This time Maine did not scold him, just said that no problem, take care from now on. Next, Supa went to Alpha Hospital where her mother worked. The nurse prepared the tetanus injection, but Alpha was afraid of the injection. The nurse thought that if Alpha did not trust her, then she would call his mother. But Alpha stopped him and said that I will install it myself, to know whether there is virus in his daughter's body. Alpha's mother asked the nurse to take the sample. But there were already a lot of samples lying in the hospital, so it was not possible to test them immediately. The nurse said that the results would come in 2 weeks. Alpha's mother was checking the patients in the ICU, but the corridor where earlier there was crowd is now crowded. Yesterday no one even came to give him dinner. It was revealed that fearing this dangerous virus for which there is no vaccine, all the nurses resigned together. The condition of the patients was very serious. The infection in their body was more than 85%. He cannot take care of himself. His entire body is frozen. If this virus does not spread through air, it is still under control. When she went to the innermost part of the ward, she saw a very painful sight. A patient who was conscious yesterday became completely stoned today. Seeing the patient lying on the hospital bed, he remained calm and removed the sensors attached to his body, and in his last moments gave him a. She bid goodbye to Isat as she had to go to the hospital. Due to this, Alpha was late for her Subas class today. When it was time to submit the homework, the teacher called Alpha to her, but as soon as Alpha turned around, the wound on his hand burst, which he did not pay attention to. Blood fell on the desk. The students in the class got excited. Everyone got scared. Alpha tried to explain that it was just an injury on my hand, but the fear of this virus was so common that everyone started thinking that Alpha has been infected. To avoid panic, the teacher sent Alpha to the doctor's room of the school. All his friends were looking at him very strangely, and this made Alpha very sad, but she had no other option. She packed her books and quickly left the classroom. As soon as Alpha came out, a boy named Adrian ran after her. Adrian and Alpha were together. After hanging out at home, Alpha was about to take some rest, but as she turned around, she saw an extra bed in her room. Confused, she went to the living room and saw that everything was upside down. He felt that a thief had entered the house but as soon as she came back to her room, she saw a strange man lying inside. Seeing the strange man, Alpha jumped in fear. He locked the door, but he started knocking from outside. Alpha picked up a small knife from the table and asked the man to pass it to him. But that man didn't care. He told Alpha to look. Don't be afraid, he told, that I am your maternal uncle. Your mother's younger brother. When you were little, you grew up in my lap. But Alpha did not remember any of his uncles. If he really has an uncle, then why has he never come forward in the last 10 years? In front of Alpha's suspicion, his uncle Amin Saf said that his health is bad and he lives in different places. I have just come back. He had no place to stay, so he came to stay at Ayman's house. It seemed right, but still Alpha could not trust him. As she was trying to remember if she really had an uncle, Ayman came forward and snatched the knife from his hand. Then Alpha's mother came home from work. As soon as she saw her mother, Alpha immediately ran for help. Mother said that she had met her maternal uncle. Now it was clear that Ayman was telling the truth. Later, Alpha went to the hospital for sample collection. But due to the large number of patients, he had to wait in the inquiry area first. As soon as he finished the alphabet, he saw his English teacher bringing in an infected old man. Alpha said hello to them. After the sample was collected, Alpha went back to her school and started attending classes. But during the sports class, the wound on her hand reopened and blood got on the volleyball. Seeing the blood on the ball, the classmates looked at Alpha with disgust and hatred. His teacher also feared that Alpha might be infected, and he told Alpha to go quickly and get himself treated. And as soon as Alpha turned back and saw that his teacher was wrapping the ball in a towel and throwing it in the dustbin, Alpha felt very bad being isolated from his friends. Adrian also looked a little scared. When Alpha saw that Adrian also considered her infected, she left the gym in anger and sadness. After school, Alpha and his mother went to his grandmother's house. Today is Eid and the whole family and friends had gathered there to eat. But as soon as she reached the stairs, Alpha saw that 2 men were sleeping in the hallway, and there were many needles lying on the floor. Leaving the hallway, they went to Nani's house. Alpha's uncle and other people had already arrived and everyone was busy in their work. Only Alpha remained sitting silently at the table. Amen. I had studied under drug addiction at a young age. From then on, the rest of the family treated him very badly. No one was talking to Amen. In the middle of the meal, Alpha saw that Amen went inside a room. And Alpha's mother also carefully followed him. Through the small gap in the door, Alpha saw that Amen was lying unconscious on the floor and his mother was trying to treat him. As soon as Alpha was seen at the door, she quickly closed the door and then Nani came there and Alpha did not want to see the sadness on her face. So she just said that Mom is not feeling well right now and she is resting in the room. Nani didn't think much and caressed the Alpha's face and said that he should always be happy. In school, other children were again misbehaving with Alpha because no one knows how this virus spreads. That's why all the children were afraid that Alpha was infected and they wanted to stay away from him, especially while swimming. Some children surrounded Alpha and told him not to go swimming, but Alpha did not like that those children were infecting him, and he spat on all of them. Now you also got the disease. Later during the swimming class, the girl on whom Alpha spat started pulling Alpha from behind to take revenge, and along with him, they started drowning Alpha. Alpha tried to fight, but by mistake she collided with the wall of the pool. Her head got scratched and a lot of blood started flowing. Seeing the blood in the pool, the classmates ran away in fear. As soon as the news of her daughter's injury came to the school, Ma immediately reached there, but the principal did not punish the evil children. She only told Alpha to take a few days leave. The truth was that the school was receiving complaints from many parents in which they were worried that Alpha might be infected and that they should not keep him with their children. Alpha's mother said to wait till the report comes. But the principal said to take it home and will come back only when the report is clear. Seeing the behavior of the principal, Ma was left with no option but to accept the truth. Going back to the hospital, Ma took out Alpha's report. But this virus remains in the body for so long that even a blood test cannot confirm it until symptoms appear. Ma now thought of another way and took Alpha to the examination room. She carefully checked Alpha's neck and other parts of the body. According to the symptoms, if there is an infection, then the throat area first becomes like a stone and a thing like dust of stones comes out in the Cough and there is pain due to the formation of stones in the stomach. I checked Alpha's throat carefully, but no stone dust was found and there was no reaction in the stomach. As soon as I thought that Alpha was not infected, Alpha started coughing loudly. Seeing stone dust near her mouth, I completely froze. Alpha also saw her mother's gaze and quickly ran towards the mirror. She was surprised to see herself in the mirror. She had never thought that a party would make her sick. After knowing that her daughter is really infected, she becomes very restless and she quickly starts looking for a cure, but this stone virus has been spreading for the last 10 years and the scientists are completely helpless, leave alone making a vaccine. They have no idea how to cure it. How does this virus spread? Till now they know so much that infected patients see strange things. Feeling sad, she lay down on a desk and did not know what to do. She went to Alpha's room and tried to calm her daughter. But he saw a strange scene at the door. Amen and his daughter were shaking lying on the bed. The movements of both were exactly the same. Seeing her daughter in pain, she could only console her. She began praying for her daughter and then remembered when the virus first spread. At that time, many people affected by the virus came to the hospital and the entrance was completely blocked. There were less beds and the hospital was already full. The security guards closed the doors and did not allow the patients to enter. The frightened patients created a ruckus at the entrance. She was not happy with the behavior of the guards, but the hospital could not accommodate so many people. So what option did the poor guards have? Seeing distressed patients, she just kept trying to calm them. He allowed some serious patients to come inside, but there were so many infected people that it was not possible to save everyone. Black body found in hospital corridor, in which there were patients who died due to the virus. No one from the family came to take them, so the hospital left them in the hallway. Doctors tried hard to stop the virus. The good thing was that everybody is different. That's why the speed of turning into stone was different for everyone. Some patients went from cough to stone in a single day, and some people took years to start. Unfortunately, Amen is among those infected in the first wave. Amen's condition is very serious. His entire back had become like stone. She wanted to take a sample for testing, but when she inserted the needle the blood did not stop, and he tried to close the wound with the help of gauze, but suddenly the stone made of stone suddenly cracked. Due to the infection, Alpha could no longer go to school and had to stay at home with Amin. He never told him directly, but Alpha knew that his uncle had some disease. Earlier, Alpha hated Armin. But when he was left alone in school, Alpha realized the bad behavior of the world and gradually he started feeling bad for his uncle. While they were talking, Alpha's mother came home early. She brought a big bottle of water and asked Alpha to drink as much water as possible. But Alpha did not understand the value of water and drank only a little water. Seeing the daughter's carelessness, Maine forcefully poured water down her throat. Later it was revealed that he had noticed that the patients who drink more water gradually turn into stones and the throat also gets some relief. But Amen knew that all this is useless. After all, he too is infected. The effect of water is very less. If the infected person's body is weak, then the virus turns the entire stone into stone within 3 hours. There is only one cure for this infection, the vaccine. But he is just an ordinary doctor. If even the world's greatest scientists could not do anything for so many years, what would she do? Amen tried to explain to his sister that if Alpha is already infected, so he should not remain locked inside the house. Let her live life to the fullest. I don't know how long this girl is a guest, but due to fear of spreading the virus of Alpha, Maine flatly refused. There was a lot of excitement in the house on this matter. Before leaving, I locked the door due to fear that my daughter would run away. In the evening, a sad Alpha kept tossing and turning on the bed, as if he felt that his life would end just like this. A loud sound came from above when Alpha opened his eyes again. Everything was normal. Turns out it was all a dream. Seeing his sad niece, Amen opened the window and hid Alpha out of the house. Those infected people who arrived at once. All those people were talking and laughing and none of them felt that they were doing wrong. You felt free from the pressure of the outside world. But in this place no one judged them. No one misbehaved with them. Seeing this scene, Alpha's depressed mood changed immediately and she danced with the infected people in the hall. They kept enjoying till morning. Then Alpha left the bar with her uncle. Amen told Alpha to do whatever you want to do in the time left and bring out all your hidden feelings. After listening to Amin, Adrian called Alpha and she went outside his house. Adrian was happy to see Alpha, but then Alpha noticed that Amin had the exact same tattoo on his back that he had. Then the truth came out that it was Adrian who had made that tattoo of Alpha that day, and because of that tattoo she has fallen ill today. An angry Alpha tells Adrian that your tattoo machine had a virus. She said to get your test done quickly. Before Adrian could say anything, Alpha left the apartment. Alpha sat down in the bus as if she wanted to distance herself from the world, but her uncle was already present in the bus. Now Amen took Alpha to the seashore and told her that she would work for him. Alpha thought that maybe her uncle needed some peace, but suddenly he came to know that Amin had brought drugs from somewhere. Alpha wanted to stop him, but this matter reached her lips and stopped. He didn't know how to start until she said something like Amen. Alpha fainted. She ran to the nearby hotel and called her mother. On hearing about her brother's condition, her mother immediately came there. On reaching there, her mother was. About 10 years ago, on the same seashore and in the same hotel, Amen had secretly brought Alpha out of the house and did drugs in the room, but little Alpha did not know anything. He felt that his uncle was just stalling. By the time Alpha's mother reached there, Amen stopped breathing. Luckily Ma had brought adrenaline shots with her, and somehow he saved Amen. Today the same thing happened again. Amen's condition started deteriorating again and slowly his entire body became of stone. Seeing his brother whose surf was half his face was left, Alpha's mother's heart started breaking. Seeing her brother completely turned to stone, Alpha's mother lay down near him, but when she opened her eyes again, she found herself at home and Alpha was in her room. The truth came out that Amen had actually died of this disease 8 years ago. Alpha's mother could not forget him till date, and this disease did not happen to Alpha but to his mother. In this disease, patients start seeing strange things as real, things that have never happened. While treating the patients, Alpha's mother herself got infected. The Amen that she was seeing was a creation of her own mind. Seeing his mother sad, Alpha sang the lullaby which his mother used to sing to put him to sleep in his childhood. In this moment, Alpha understood everything. He held his mother's hand and both of them left the house to say goodbye to the family. And as soon as the mother and daughter came out of the house, a yellow storm appeared in the distance. The windshield of the car quickly got filled with thick dust. All this dust is of those who have become stones. Seeing the desolate roads and all this dust all around, Alpha's heart felt very troubled. After some time, mother and daughter reached grandmother's house. Alpha's mother opened the car door and went towards the apartment. As soon as Ma got down from the car, Alpha saw that her uncle had appeared again, and both the sisters and brothers went away laughing and playing. Alpha was about to run after them, but as soon as she got out of the car, a strange scene appeared. He saw that Amen turned into dust and disappeared, but seeing her mother crying on the ground, Alpha froze there. At this time, signs of this disease also started appearing on Alpha's face. The truth was that Alpha's family and surrounding neighbors had all been infected in the early days of the virus. The sand lying on the ground was actually human beings who had turned to stone. At the end of the story, Alpha accepted the truth and decided that she will live happily as long as she has left. If you like the video,